guys, today is a sad day. It's also an exciting day. Last night I had my final ever shift, which I can't talk about too much because I'll cry again. I cried so much last night, and yes, just the entirety of yesterday I cried so much. But today I have to return my costume this morning, but also we are doing the Wild Africa trek, which is something I've wanted to do from the beginning. This is the one day that I could do it, so we're going to do that, and then we got Cirque du Soleil this evening. So today is a jam-packed day, and considering I move out tomorrow, I don't know why I've put this much in my day, but we're going to do it anyway. But first I have to go return my costume, so I'm just waiting for my Uber now. I'm going to return my costume and then I'm going to go head over for my Wild Africa trek. As you can see, I have arrived in Animal Kingdom. I found Evie and Hugo in the shop. They're doing $4 one day today, so they're not doing too good. They're on their first park and it's 10:30 AM. But wishing them luck with $4 one day, but I was just chatting to them in the shop and then was like, oh yeah, I actually need to go somewhere. So I am now heading over to Africa to go and do the Wild Africa trek. So if you don't know what the Wild Africa trek is, it's basically a 3-hour tour. You go into places in the Kilimanjaro Safaris where people wouldn't normally get to go. So you're attached to like harnesses, and you're attached to what, like not zip lines, but like wires. And you walk around like the safari, so you walk over like the crocodile pool, and you walk and feed the hippos, and then they have like a little like private kind of like small group safari, and then you get food, you get a meal, looking out over the Africa savannah, looking out over like the giraffes and stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited. I've put you on a wrist strap because I don't want to drop you, especially into like something like the crocodile pool, because I think that would be a bit bad. But yeah, so I'm just heading over there now. I'm really excited. If you're wondering how much this cost me, I didn't get a customer discount on this. It was $294, which you may say, Chloe, why did you spend nearly $300 to walk around the savannah for 3 hours? Who knows, but people said it's really worth it, so I am hoping so. I'm heading over there now and I will film as much as possible. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film because I'm probably going to be holding on, but yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is a good way to end my cultural exchange program and I can't wait. I have just checked in for my Wild Africa trek at 11:45. I had to sign a waiver, obviously, and they said they're going to get us geared up around 11:20. We won't be able to access restrooms or anything like that until 2 hours in. Which I assume is where we then get on the safari truck and go around the little, like our own little safari. But that's fine. I ran to the restroom beforehand, so we're all good. I'm really excited to do this. This is something that's been on my bucket list for years, since I first came to Disney. This is something I always wanted to do. We can never find the time or afford to do it. So the fact that I get to do it now, I'm really excited. So yeah, we're gonna do this. I've got my wrist strap on, so hopefully I don't drop you guys. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm all harnessed up. We get a water bottle. Hang on. Wild Africa trek water bottle, which is cool. I've got everything attached to me, so you're not going to fall off today, which is lovely. I'm going to show you as much as possible, and it's really cool. And I'm having it so far, and I've not even got out there, so yeah, I'm really excited.
Don't worry, his name's not actually Stinky. I believe that's Hans. Yeah, I think it was Hans.
Hi, buddy.
One of our boys.
These guys are nocturnal animals, so it's like waking up at 2 a.m. for pizza. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't. So if they choose not to come over, that is, again, 100% up to them. We like to give our animals some amount of free will. If they don't come over, they just don't get the goodies, but they still will get 100% of their diet. We never like to withhold any of that from them. So the one on the left that has her face up, that's Rosie. And then the one that just went back down is Panchita. So a couple of characteristics between the two. Rosie has a smaller looking head, and then Panchita has some sideways tusks coming out of her mouth. So a lot of the training that we do is actually them participating in their own healthcare. So we do a lot of oral care with these guys. We do a lot of vaccinations and blood draws. I think for myself, the most fascinating thing that I've seen a hippo be trained to do is a little lap with their tongue. That's more for fun than it is for their health care. But yeah, so we have a hippo named Mezcal, and if you put your hand right where her face is and say tongue, she'll actually lick your hand. It's really, really cool. And no one actually taught her how to do that. She kind of selected it, and then we put it on a cue. So Rosie did decide that food was the way to go. So we'll toss her a watermelon. Watermelon is going to be one of their favorite foods. They also like cantaloupe and honeydew as well. And then around Halloween, we'll give them whole pumpkins. The oral care that I mentioned earlier, that's actually a big part of what we do. So just like dentists take care of our teeth, we actually do that mouth for us every single morning. And it's exactly how it sounds. We go in there, we check to make sure if there's any loose teeth that we can let vet staff know, get it out ourselves. So that's what we help them out with. We also, so those tusks that you see in her mouth, next time she opens, those grow throughout her lifetime, and so we have to make sure that we shave them down every once in a while. We really care about these guys. We really want to make sure that they're comfortable under human care, and this is their whole model and stuff with these guys to make sure that they're comfortable. Yeah, so their diet consists mostly of coastal hay. They get around 100 pounds of it each day. They also get a pelleted diet, so these guys are herbivores, which means they only eat plants. You might see them grazing on meat in the wild, but their bodies are not made to digest meat, just those plants.
Paus. There's a circle. There's a crocodile. We just passed over these two bridges. One back there and one here. Over the cross. There's a circle. There is a croc in that hole. You can't see him very well, but he's over there.
That way you can see we have croc hanging out over on the right hand side, fully underwater. The island of Madagascar has left. They'll also be found like over in the Hilltop River. But if you ever seen like something on nature documentaries, I think on them.
African painted dogs. Yes, right?
I love
Yeah, they're so pretty, aren't they? They're a really cool apex predator. They are about 90% successful with their hunting rate, which is really cool. But what's really cool about our painted dogs here is we just got 2 new ones in recently. They are females. So earlier in the tour, Daniel and I talked about the fact that we are an accredited zoo, right? So being accredited by the AZA means we also get to take part in what's called a Species Survival Program, or an SSP. Riddler, he's one of our males. And if you've been, they're sleeping under the den way back there. And they've been here for, I would say, almost a month now, maybe.
in the canine family?
Going really well. Yes, they are in the canine family. And then, yes, we do have some giraffe hanging off in the tree. And so we get to partner with a lot of projects around the world. Some of them we send out our own researchers. So some we work on, some we fund, but all very important. And they're not going to just be in Africa. They might be over in Asia. We have some in America. I'm going to pause my story real quick to point out Tucker, who's coming up here.
Baby giraffe.
That is a little 6-month-old. Isn't he cute? We'll go ahead and stay sitting for him, okay? For instance, Tucker, when he first came out here, he would come out on the savannah for like shorter periods of time. Daniel, is it 8 miles an hour?
8 miles and less.
Yeah, the trucks can't go over 8 while they're out here, and the drivers. With those nets up in the tree, that's going to allow those elephants to stretch and exercise those trunks as they pull down food. And actually, yesterday was World Elephant Day. If anyone has access to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok even, you can either check out Dr. Mark at Disney or Disney Parks. They posted a video yesterday for World Elephant Day about some of the foot care we do with them, and they featured little Cora in the second half of the video.
This is my favourite.
Oh my gosh.
Bog juice.
Some grapes for you as well. Turkey wrap with American cheese. Yeah, no worries about that. There are multiple different uncrustable. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Now there are, yeah, there's
like we have one.
I've seen like jam.
We have one of our. Now, if you see a rhino flying off, something really wrong happens because that's like 4,000 pounds of right now muddy butt.
because they can.
And because they can.
Yeah.
Animal that's not rolling around in the mud though, right by that tree over there. Cody, what do you see over there?
We saw a little cheetah.
You saw a little cheetah.
Is it like a couple?
Small.
Is it like a couple hundred?
We have a couple hundred over here. Our cheetahs are like 85 pounds for 9 years old. We also have our 13-year-old twins as well. Cheetahs are not very successful when it comes to hunting.
Really?
They're only successful about 30% of the time.
Oh, that's awful.
And I know, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And once they start a hunt and start that running, you're right, it's not that long that they can keep that speed. It's only about 30 seconds.
Wow.
There is like a line that goes right down the middle.
Oh yeah.
That is the back of a lioness's head.
Oh yeah. Where? I don't see it.
So, Mary, do you see the pile of trees? The 4 trees that are all in the habitat there?
Yeah.
Look to the left of it.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Hi. Oh yeah.
So she's busy doing exactly what my cats at home do, which is just stare at a wall.
I just finished my World Africa trek. That was amazing. We got tons and tons of photos. We got our little photo postcards to link to the app so we can get all the photos they took. So I'm excited to see all those photos. I also took some photos on my camera, so you will see those as well. I'm hoping they came out good. I'm going to edit them when I get back. And yeah, the World Africa trek, it was $300, I'll preface that, but it is so worth it. You get such good views of the animals, you get to learn all about them, you get to do your own private safari, you get to have food that nobody else is going to have, apart from 50 people a day. Bearing in mind there's like thousands of people in the park and only 50 a day are going to get that food. So it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I would so do that again. If I came back with like Father or Molly, I'd totally do that with them again, even though it costs a lot of money. If you were to do one thing, like if you were to pick one thing to do, that is it. Like if you're going to spend your money somewhere, do it on that, because it was so good. You got such up close views. Now I'm going to go on the safaris and be like, but my view's not as good. Like, what do you mean I don't get to see the backside of the rocks where the lions are hanging out because they're too hot? Like, it was so good. 5-star plus. But anyway, now I am a sweaty mess. So I am going to go back to Flamingo and get changed before heading to Disney Springs for a quick bite to eat, quick bit of dinner, and then Cirque du Soleil. I'm so excited. My parents said it was so good, so I'm really looking forward to being able to watch that as well. So I will see you when I'm back and probably change to go to Cirque du Soleil. I've arrived at Disney Springs. You may be wondering, Chloe, why is the quality suddenly gotten worse? Well, that's because silly me forgot to pick up my camera. I put it on charge to top it up before I left, and I left it on the floor. So from now on, it's going to be on my phone. So enjoy the slightly worse quality and probably slightly worse audio. But, you know, is what it is. We'll deal with it. I have just arrived at Disney Springs. I'm going to go look in World of Disney just for some last minute bits, if I have room for it. I have about an hour and a half until Cirque du Soleil. I don't want to stray too far because it looks like it's going to rain, and I don't particularly want to have to walk from all the way over the other side in the rain. So I'm going to try and stay close by, but there's only so much I can do in this area for an hour, so I might head over to World of Disney, just have a look around there, see if there's any last minute little bits that I want to pick up. And yeah, then I'll be heading into Cirque du Soleil, so I will see you in there. Hi guys, so I've been walking around Disney Springs for about an hour and 15-ish. I found a present for my photo pass bestie, who I found out the other day is leaving earlier than expected. He's actually leaving the day after me. That's his final shift, and then he's flying on the Monday. So I thought, let's get him a little gift. So I'm not going to say what it is because it will ruin the surprise, but it's really cute, and I've got a matching one. But now it's time for me to head down to Cirque du Soleil and go check in for the show. I'm really excited. I'm wondering if they have any like drinks and snacks. I don't know, so we're going to find that out together. But yeah, I'm really excited. I've never seen it before, but the parents said it was really good. Apparently Mama cried, so who knows what's going to happen. But I found out when I walked in that the show program is $45, and that's not happening. We're not doing that. So we're going to head down there now. We might have a look in the shop for a bit because we've got about 15 minutes. But yeah, we're just going to go see Cirque du Soleil. it's the final thing that I'm doing before I move out of Flamingo, which is really, really sad, but I'm glad we're ending it with something good like this whole day has been. So let's go. We have just arrived at Cirque du Soleil. I've sat down in my seat. I am section 204, row M. I've got myself a Mickey pretzel before the show starts and a Sprite to drink during the show. It also came with cheddar cheese sauce, so I'm going to take some of that taste tablets to eat this. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Believe it or not, guys, this is my first ever Mickey pretzel, so it was just a really salty pretzel. But it's good, don't get me wrong, I like pretzels. But it's just a really salty pretzel. But it is so much better because it's Mickey shaped, so I'm going to enjoy that. And then wait for the show to start. And I'm really, really excited. I have just come out of Cirque du Soleil. I couldn't film any of it because they said at the beginning, no filming. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't get to film any of it, but what I can say is that that's amazing. It's so, so good. What the people are doing, they make it look so effortless and so easy when it's really, really not. And the story they told, I'm not going to spoil it because I want other people to come and experience it for the first time like me and get to learn the story and get to go through that for the first time without me like spoiling what it's about. But all I can say is that's a 5-star plus. I would come and see that show over and over again. I cried at the beginning and at the end as well, but it was so, so good, and I couldn't have asked for a better finish to my program and me moving out tomorrow. I'm speechless. That show is amazing. If you were ever here, I highly recommend that you come and watch that. And where I was sat was brilliant too. Like, there wasn't anything in my way, there wasn't any bits I couldn't see. I had a really good seat, and my cast member discount made it a lot cheaper than it was supposed to be, which is always nice, but I would have even paid the full price for that, so 5-star plus. But now I am heading back to Flamingo because I need to get up early tomorrow to finish packing all my stuff up and moving out, which will be a separate vlog. But all I can say is Cirque du Soleil Drawn to Life, amazing, 5-star. Like, come and see it. It's probably one of the best shows that I've seen. So, and that's saying something because I've seen a lot of great shows. I'm sad now because that's the end of my program. I mean, I do still have the park day tomorrow and Mickey's Not So Scary, but it's nearly over and I'm really, really sad. But yeah, I will see you when I get back to Flamingo because I need to go and order my Uber now, so I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, I am back in my flat now and I have just finished packing up some last minute bits and I'm gonna have a shower, get ready for bed because tomorrow I have to be up early because we have to move out by 10 AM, which is really early because I still have stuff that I need to pack. I need to like move stuff, like I need to take my bedding and put stuff in the like the bins. So I'm gonna get up at 7 tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a nice early night and enjoy my last evening here in Flamingo, which is really sad because it feels like yesterday that I was moving in, but I think that I'm ready to go home. I'm sad that I'm leaving, but there are things that I'm looking forward to when I go home. Not uni, obviously, that's kind of stressful, but I'm looking forward to having proper food and a proper sleep schedule and seeing my sister again. So I have things to look forward to, but it is bittersweet because I'm sad to be leaving. But I'm going to get ready for bed now and I'll see you guys tomorrow when it is move out day. So with that, I will see you guys real soon. Bye!